Absolute Duelist here, coming at you with another deck profile today, and today we have Green Yellow Law. So I've been playing Green Yellow Law a lot recently, having a lot of fun with it because it's just a really fun deck to play. I took this to finals not expecting to do well and having a lot of fun with it. I've been taking this to locals and doing really well at locals with it, and I've just really been enjoying this deck overall, seeing as it has very good matchups against stuff like every Luffy deck in the format, and just been having a blast playing it. Like, it's good against Buggy, it's good against Luffy, it's not great against Bello Betty, but I've just been really enjoying it and wanted to showcase the deck profile to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. So this is Green Yellow Law, a 4-life leader with 5k power and the ability that states, while it has 1 Dawn on it, activate main. If you have characters with cost 5 or more, you can return 1 character to your hand and reveal the top card of your life. If it's a supernova with 5 cost or less, you get to play it. That is really good overall for a lot of reasons. One, you get to go ahead and return your lower cost characters, such as your 1 cost searchers, your 2 cost searchers, or anything else to your hand to play stuff off of the top of your life. Now, the life in this deck does go pretty quickly, so you do have to compensate with stuff like 8 cost Kid, but that doesn't matter in the early game where you're going to have tons of cards in hand. You're going to be setting up stuff like 5 cost blocker Law and other blockers to protect yourself. So it's very strong overall. So let's go ahead and actually show you guys what we are playing in the deck. So starting off, we are playing 4 1-drop Searcher Luffy and 4 2-drop Searcher Kid Killer. Now, these two are very important for the deck for a couple of reasons. One, the Luffy, you want to see if you're going first. If you're going first, Luffy is your best searcher in the deck just because it's a 1 cost that you can go ahead and play right away to look at the top 5 to get you something very relevant. Always really nice. But Kid Killer is the best card to see going second. If you're going second, you want to go from a 2 cost and then in turn 2 go to a 3 cost because that's going to allow you to use your leader ability going second. So Kid Killer is most important if you're going second, but if not, the Luffy is also very good because if you do have the Luffy, you can play it, search a 1 cost off the top of your deck, and then go ahead and play the 1 cost so you can still get to 5 cost on your next turn. So you're playing 4 of each because they're very important, and the only other searcher you're playing is 2 Jewelry Bonnie because, well, it's a 1 cost and she needs to rest herself, so she's not always going to be viable in the long run, but the late game she is nice when you have an 8 cost Kid on the board. Going into some life manipulation cards, we are playing 4 Capone Beijay and 4 Jewelry Bonnie. Now, these two are very important for the deck because these are the ones that are going to allow you to manipulate your life to go ahead and get what you want from your life. So this is going to put your Cavendishes, your Bonnies, your Laws there, and then you're going to shambles them back onto the board, which makes it just all that more powerful. Now, Capone is the weaker one out of the two if you are going second, just because you have to have 2 other 1 costs along with your Kid Killer to be able to get that free shambles on turn 2. But Jewelry Bonnie is the best one for this, because if you have Jewelry Bonnie, then you can go ahead and Kid Killer turn 1, and then turn 2, play Jewelry Bonnie, take a life, put Cavendish in it, and then you get to go ahead and play Cavendish by returning the Kid Killer, and then play the Cavendish, restand 2 Dawn, and then replay the Kid Killer. So you're essentially getting a lot of free advantage from turn 2 shambles, which is just one of my favorite things to do in this deck, because then by turn 3, you're going to be putting even more 5 costs on the board, because you can have established like 3 5 costs on the board by turn 3 in this deck, which is something I really do like. But as I said, Capone is also a backup option where if you have more 1 costs, then you can go ahead and play him and do essentially the same thing, and that is the best play if you're going to put a 5 cost Law blocker into life, because you get to go ahead and bounce back the searches and then play them again to get more resources, right? So both of them are good, but the Bonnie is definitely better if you have the Cavendish as well. So these are the 2 that you play, and also they do have other utilities, like Bonnie's a blocker and this is a 2k, so you want to be playing 4 of them for that reason as well. Continuing into 5 costs though, we are playing 4 Cavendish. He's just really strong, restand 2 Dawn, on attack or on play, very good overall. Then we also play 4 Trafalgar Law. He's a Law blocker. He goes ahead and bounce your characters to go ahead and give you more searches. Just very, very strong over there. We also play Restand Law because, well, he's just very strong. I'm playing 2. A lot of people play 1, which I didn't really agree with. I prefer 2 just for the fact that you're going to want to search him when you're in the late game if you are trying to go for game. So I like him at 2. I prefer him at 2. Like, just being able to restand and Cavendish is really strong, and you're going to put him in life and you're going to restand your Cavendish or your Law Blocker or whatever you really want. So he's just very strong overall. And then finally, the only other 5 costs we're playing is free Jewelry Bonnie. This card's best play is against Buggy if you are going second, because if you're going second against Buggy, then you can Shambles Bonnie out on turn 2 and lock down one of their Don so they can't use the leader ability until they're on 7 Don, which I just find absolutely hilarious. So Jewelry Bonnie is really cool. She also has other instances where she comes up where you're going to go ahead and lock down a big character, or you're going to lock down a blocker so that they can't restand it. But in general, her best play is against Buggy, so we play her at 3. And those are all the 5 costs. Going into some bigger costing characters, we are playing 2 Trafalgar Law. Honestly, throughout all my testing and all my play, I've kind of come to the conclusion where I kind of want to play this at just 1, but 2 is the right number overall, just for the fact that he is your life gainer. He's going to go ahead and put your Cavendishes, your Laws, or your Bonnies in life to shambles them out, and he's going to save you when you do need that 1 additional life. The reasoning that I kind of have to want to play him at 1 is just for the fact that you can do all of that and return him to your hand and then replay him again, which is something I just kind of like to do it sometimes. But overall, he's a very strong card, very good card, and in this build, I'm playing him at 2, and he still works at 2. So 2 Trafalgar Law there. Next, we are playing 2 8-cost Kid. We're only playing 2 of this for the fact that we have so many ways to search in this deck, being the 4-Kid Killer, the Luffys, and the Bonnies, and the fact that we're going to be returning them to hand and then playing them again to search again. Like, we are going to go through our whole deck very quickly, and if you don't see this, then it's in life, and if it was in life, then you already added it to your hand for your life manipulation shenanigans. So you're playing 2 of it, and very easy to get to because of all the searches, and you're also playing this because of Green Yellow Law is a Fortress Kid based deck. The fact that by 8 Don turns or 9 Don turns you're going to be on 0 life is so important to have the 8-cost Kid. In a format where Luffy leaders are 6k and everything is a big character, this is what's going to keep you alive just because they are forced to attack it. And if you're playing it on your 8 Don turn, which you can do very easily, you can even establish its ability, because if you establish Cavendish, you swing with the Cavendish after playing the Kid, and then you get to go ahead and restand 2 Dons, slap a Don on the Kid, and then go ahead and rest it with its ability, meaning that they can only attack this on your 8 Don turn. So it's very powerful, it's very strong, and this deck definitely needs it, and it's sad that's going to be rotated out soon. Going on to the next card though, we are playing Free Hody Jones, another very powerful card in green, great against every Luffy deck because this is able to rest Don and blockers or any character that you want realistically. So it's going to rush your opponent, hit them down, and also prevent them from using cards like Giant and the blockers that they need to protect it. This is absolutely insane. Sadly, one of the only cards that can't be searched in the deck, but that's why we're playing 3 of it, because we go through our deck so quickly as well that hopefully we'll draw it, and if one's in life, that's even better. But the card is absolutely insane and very important in the deck. This is one of the cards that I kind of debated playing at 4 just to kind of guarantee seeing it, but 3 felt like enough, and during the events that I played in, majority of them, it was enough. Finals, not so much. But hey, it's a very strong card and mandatory in this deck. And going into some 2Ks, we are playing 2 Apu. Going into some 2Ks, we are playing 2 Scratchman Apu because he can go ahead and rest Bello Betty characters such as the 2-cost Kuma or the 1-cost Bello Betty Searcher. So this helps us just swing into them and slow them down a bit. Next, we are playing free x.drake because he does essentially the same as Apu but for 3 Don and can rest 4-cost or lower characters. So we can go ahead and rest those Karasus against Betty, or we can go ahead and rest that Zoro against the Luffy deck. And then we are also playing free Zeus because, well, he removes characters and our life is more of a resource in this deck, so this card can help us remove things against Bonnie, against Smoker, against anything really that has a 5-cost or lower character or relies on those kind of characters. So those are all the 2Ks we play. And then the last card and most important card in the deck is for Capone Beijay. He is literally one of the key cards in this deck that make it viable in the game. The fact that this Beijay can go ahead and protect your supernova characters, but not only protect them, but put them into life if your opponent tries to remove them, means that you're going to replay them for free and also just get free life for it at the same time. Like, if they try to remove the the 8 cost kid, you put it into live, you go ahead and take a hit so that way you can re-establish it next turn, and you have all your blockers set up to protect you from dying. Like, this card is the glue that keeps this deck together in a format of removal, and is just so important in this deck. Without this, I don't think the deck would be able to function or be played in the game. So this Capone Mage is definitely one of the best cards in the deck and the most important, which is why I wanted to put it at the end. But yeah, guys, that is my green yellow lore deck profile. Like, honestly, this is one of my favorite decks that I have played in a long time, just because honestly, this is not a normal deck to play in the game. This is one that allows you to abuse resources, get more searches, get free characters, restand Don, and just do everything that you would want to do, but is normally just in your imagination. So I really do love this deck. I really do love it. It's so cool to play. Yes, you're losing your life really quick, and yes, the kid is going to be rotated out soon, but nonetheless, it's still really fun to play and a great deck overall. So I hope you did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist signing out.